If you use SmartThings with another smart home platform, such as Home Assistant, SharpTools, or Homey Pro, you may have heard some disturbing news. SmartThings is changing the way access to its API works, and beginning in October 2026, some users will have to pay $4.99 per month for API access. But there's a lot of confusion surrounding that announcement. Is SmartThings changing everyone to a $4.99 per month model? What exactly is an API? What is a personal access token, or PAT? Why did SmartThings change PATs back in December 2024? And most importantly, if you use SmartThings with another platform, will you have to pay? Today, we're going to break all of this down. And towards the end, I'm going to talk about how this change may affect Home Assistant and Homey Pro users. So what is SmartThings API? Let's start with the basics. API stands for Application Programming Interface. You don't need to be a programmer to understand what that means. Think of the SmartThings API as a communication bridge that allows another application or service to communicate with your SmartThings account. For example, instead of you opening up the SmartThings app and turning on a light, another application can use the SmartThings API to ask SmartThings for information about your devices or send commands to those devices. That's how services such as Home Assistant, Homey Pro, and other third-party platforms can interact with devices that are connected to SmartThings. The API can provide information such as your devices, their status, locations, and other information. And depending on the permissions and the API functionality being used, it can also allow commands and other interactions with your SmartThings account. So the important thing to understand is that the SmartThings API is not the SmartThings app. It is a way for other software to communicate with SmartThings. And that distinction becomes important with the changes that we're discussing today. Now let's talk about PATs. PAT stands for Personal Access Token. A PAT is essentially a credential that allows an application to authenticate with SmartThings and access the API on your behalf. Think of it somewhat like a special password that you give an application, except that a PAT can have specific permissions or scopes associated with it. For an example, a PAT could give an application permission to see your devices and to control them. The problem is that SmartThings says PATs were originally intended for testing, development, and evaluation, but over the years they have become widely used for long-term integrations. And that's where the first major change occurred. The December 2024 PAT change. On December 13, 2024, SmartThings announced changes to the personal access tokens. Beginning December 30th, newly issued PATs would have a time to live, or TTL, of just 24 hours. SmartThings also said that newly issued PATs would have lower rate limits on the device's endpoint. Now this was a major change. Imagine you had an integration that required a PAT. Before this change, you could generate the token and potentially use it for a very long time. After the change, a newly generated PAT would expire just after 24 hours. SmartThings explained that PATs were easy to generate, had very broad permissions, and were difficult for SmartThings to monitor because they didn't provide enough information about who was using them and how they were using them. SmartThings also said that OAuth 2 was a better long-term authentication method. But there was an important exception. SmartThings said these changes applied to newly issued PATs. Existing PATs were not immediately changed. And SmartThings acknowledged something that really illustrates how widely PATs had been adopted. They said there were approximately 40,000 PATs actively being used and roughly 20,000 associated with Home Assistant. So this wasn't some obscure developer feature being used by a handful of people. PATs had become an important part of the smart home ecosystem. Why this mattered to Homey users. The 24-hour PAT limitation was also a significant problem for Homey users. Adrian Rockel, the developer behind the SmartThings community app for Homey, had been using PATs to connect SmartThings devices with Homey. The problem was obvious. A Homey user shouldn't have to generate a new SmartThings token every 24 hours just to keep their devices working. Fortunately, Adrian worked on a different approach. The updated SmartThings community app now uses the PAT during the initial connection process and then establishes an OAuth connection. The PAT expires after 24 hours, but the OAuth tokens can be refreshed automatically. That's an important distinction. The PAT is essentially being used to get the authentication process started rather than serving as the permanent credential. The current version of the app includes improvements to the token refresh mechanism, and we'll come back to that later in this video. Now let's move forward to June 23, 2026. SmartThings announced what it called a new enhanced SmartThings API experience, and this is where things get interesting. SmartThings says its API had become a major gateway connecting third-party applications and platforms to the SmartThings ecosystem. They also say commercial partners use the API for things such as property management, energy management, security, and other services. And individual developers use the API to build integrations and optimize their personal smart homes. SmartThings says it's moving to a structured pay API model, and that includes a $4.99 per month plan for non-commercial individual developers. So who does this affect? This is probably the most important part of this video. The first thing I want to make absolutely clear is this. SmartThings is not saying that every SmartThings customer will have to pay $4.99 per month. If you simply use the SmartThings app with your SmartThings devices, this announcement does not apply to you. SmartThings specifically says that millions of users who use the SmartThings app and WWST partner devices are not affected. The users that will be affected are those who access SmartThings through its API. That includes individual developers and people using third-party applications that communicate with SmartThings through the API. So what about Home Assistant? Home Assistant is probably the easiest example. If you're using the SmartThings integration in Home Assistant, your Home Assistant installation is communicating with SmartThings through the SmartThings API. Home Assistant has already published a warning that the October 2026 API change will require a $4.99 per month SmartThings personal plan. So if you're using SmartThings as a bridge into Home Assistant, this is something you need to pay attention to. And it isn't necessarily limited to people who actually own a SmartThings hub. You could have SmartThings appliances or other SmartThings devices in SmartThings and use the API to bring those devices into another platform. That's one of the reasons this announcement affects more people than you might initially think. What about SharpTools? SharpTools is another example of a third-party platform that has been discussed in the SmartThings community in connection with this announcement. The important point here is that SmartThings hasn't published anything saying that these applications will cost $4.99 per month. Instead, the question is whether the application or service requires SmartThings API access and who is responsible for that API access. So I would not tell you that every SharpTools user will definitely be charged $4.99. The final implementation and the way individual services handle the new API requirements still needs to be clarified. What about Homey Pro? This is the one that I'm particularly interested in because many of you watching this channel use Homey Pro. The SmartThings community app developed by Adrian Rockel allows you to bring SmartThings devices into Homey. And as I explained earlier, the current version uses the PAT to initiate the connection and then uses OAuth. So does that mean that Homey users will have to pay SmartThings $4.99 per month? At this point, I would say we don't know for certain. SmartThings has not specifically said that the SmartThings community app for Homey will require a paid plan. However, because the app ultimately communicates with SmartThings through the SmartThings API, I think it's reasonable to watch this very closely. And this is something that I will be following. When does the $4.99 fee start? SmartThings says the new commercial tiers and personal plans are targeted for October 2026. Free API access remains available through the end of Q3. That means September 2026 is effectively the end of the current free access period, with the new model beginning in October. So we're not talking about something that may happen several years from now. We're talking about a change that is scheduled for just a couple months from now. And SmartThings says the current API usage will not be interrupted immediately. They announced the change ahead of time, specifically to give API users time to prepare. How much will it cost? For non-commercial individual developers, the announced price is $4.99 per month. That's a number we know, but there's still details that SmartThings has not completely published. The company has also announced separate paid commercial API tiers. Those commercial prices have not been announced in the same way as the $4.99 individual plan. So don't assume that the $4.99 is the price for businesses. It's specifically the announced personal, non-commercial developer plan. Why is SmartThings doing this? SmartThings says it wants to invest in the API infrastructure. The company points to platform stability, optimized integrations, expanded capabilities, and a new developer experience. SmartThings also says the new Developer Center will include an API usage dashboard so developers can monitor API call volume and determine which pricing tier fits their needs. From SmartThings' perspective, the API is infrastructure, and infrastructure costs money. But that explanation hasn't exactly satisfied everyone in the SmartThings community. The community response. The response has been mixed, but there's definitely been a significant amount of criticism. One of the concerns is that individual developers and hobbyists who have created useful integrations for the SmartThings community could now have an ongoing cost simply to continue developing and maintaining those integrations. Another concern is that community developers often create solutions that benefit thousands of other SmartThings users. So the question becomes, should an individual developer who creates a free integration for the community really have to pay a monthly fee to SmartThings to maintain it? There is also concern about third-party platforms. People in the SmartThings community immediately started asking about Home Assistant, SharpTools, Rules API access, Edge driver development, and CLI and other tools. And some community members have argued that SmartThings should provide better local API options rather than requiring cloud API access for those integrations. There are also people who take the opposite position. Cloud infrastructure isn't free. If someone is making extensive use of the SmartThings Cloud API, charging for that service isn't necessarily unreasonable. So there are legitimate arguments on both sides. Commercial partners versus individual developers. Another distinction that I want to make is between commercial partners and individual developers. A company using SmartThings as a back-end for a commercial product is in a different position from someone who wants to bring their own SmartThings devices into Home Assistant, SharpTools, or Homey. SmartThings has announced separate commercial API tiers for businesses. For example, SmartThings describes use cases involving property management, hospitality, energy management, security, and other commercial applications. Those businesses may have thousands or millions of API calls and may require much higher limits and enterprise-level support. The $4.99 personal plan is aimed at non-commercial individual developers. That's a very different category. So what does this mean to you? If you only use the SmartThings app, probably nothing. If you use SmartThings with Home Assistant, SharpTools, Homey Pro, or another application that communicates with SmartThings through the API, you should pay attention. You may need to subscribe to the SmartThings personal plan beginning in October. But I want to emphasize something. Don't cancel anything yet. Don't start ripping out your SmartThings devices, and don't assume that your particular integration is definitely going to cost $4.99 per month until the developer of that integration tells you how they will handle the change. There are still details being worked out. The bigger question. For me, the bigger question isn't necessarily whether SmartThings should charge for the API access. The bigger question is what this means for the SmartThings ecosystem. SmartThings has spent years benefiting from a community of developers who created drivers, integrations, and tools that extended the platform far beyond what SmartThings itself provided. If those developers now have to pay every month to access the API, some may decide that continuing their projects simply isn't worth it. And if enough developers walk away, the entire SmartThings ecosystem could feel the effect. On the other hand, if SmartThings uses this revenue to substantially improve the API, documentation, reliability, developer tools, and capabilities, perhaps the long-term result could be positive. We're going to have to wait and see. What about the SmartThings Community Homey app? And this brings me to something I think many of you would be interested in. Adrian Rocco's SmartThings Community app for Homey provides a way to bring SmartThings devices into Homey Pro. The current version has already been updated to deal with the SmartThings 24-hour PAT limitation by using PAT to establish the OAuth connection and then refreshing the OAuth credentials automatically. So I'm very interested to see how this behaves once SmartThings begin enforcing its new API pricing model. I don't want to speculate about whether it will require a $4.99 per month subscription, but I do think it's worth keeping an eye on. And that leads me to my question for you. Would you like me to make a separate video showing exactly how I generate the new SmartThings Personal Access Token and how I use it to connect SmartThings to Homey Pro? If that's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. If there's enough interest, I'll make that video. So to summarize, a PAT is an authentication token. The API is the connection interface that allows third-party software to communicate with SmartThings. In December 2024, SmartThings changed newly issued PATs so that they expire after 24 hours and introduced tighter rate limits. Then, more recently, in June 2026, SmartThings announced that the free API access will begin to be phased out in October. For non-commercial individual developers, the announced price is $4.99 per month. Commercial users will have separate paid API tiers. An ordinary SmartThings app user is not affected. So if you use Home Assistant, SharpTools, Homey Pro, or another third-party platform, this is something you should be watching closely. I'll continue to follow the SmartThings announcements and the community discussions, and I'll keep you updated as we learn exactly how these changes will affect the integrations we use every day. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Bud's Smart Home. Thanks for watching.